My name is Miss Nye, and I'm so excited to be singing and reading some stories with you. All right, so let's get started. I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Can you clap? I'm in the mood for clapping. Hey, how about you? Hey, Kim Jeter, I'm in the mood for clapping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for clapping. Hey, how about you? Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. I'm in the mood for story time. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for story time. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for story time. Hey, how about you? Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Can you find a lap and tap, tap, tap? Can you find a lap and tap, tap, tap? Can you find your fingers and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? Can you find your fingers and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle? Can you find your head and pat, pat, pat? Can you find your head and pat, pat, pat? Can you find your nose and honk, honk, honk? Can you find your nose and honk, honk, honk? Can you find your lips and shh, shh, shh? Can you find your lips and shh, shh, shh? Get out your singing fingers. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. You're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. Robbie's my friend. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. All right, friends, good. We're all warmed up. All right, so let's jump into our first book. And what do you think it is? We're going to learn about our ABCs, and how are we going to do that? By reading A is for Audra. A, Broadway's leading ladies from A to Z. Yay! Okay, I'm a little excited, but you know I love me some good Broadway and some good Audra. So let's learn our ABCs. All right, this is written by John Robert Allman and illustrated by Peter Emmerich. Isn't she beautiful, people? Isn't she beautiful? A is for Audra, who awes and amazes. With each line and note, all the critics sing praises. And where is this? This is Audra McDonald in Billie Holiday Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill 2014. B is for Barbara and Barbara too, both versatile vocalists equaled by few. So this is Barbra Streisand and in Fanny Bryce, Barbra Streisand as Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl, and Barbara Cook as Marion Peru in The Music Man. So 2 Barbaras. C is for Christine's crystal clear intonations, for which she's won Tonys and standing ovations. Christine Ebersol as Little Edie Beale, Grey Gardens 2006. Yes, you need that book. You do need that book. You know where you can get that book? You can get that book on my in my Amazon cart. You can get it on my Amazon cafe. I'll drop it in the comments where you can get this book. D is for Dolly, that devious dame played by Carol, Pearl, and Bet, and too many to name all the people that played Dolly. That's amazing. E is for Elaine, whose delivery delights and who often performed wearing little but tights. F is for Fosse, whose dazzling dancing made these triple threats feisty, fierce, and entrancing. Look at that. G is for Gertrude, whose greatest success was a king-teaching tutor who dressed to impress. I love the artwork in this book. It's amazing. H is the heavenly Miss Heather Headley, whose turn as Aida was daring and deadly. I's for Adina, whose vocals you'll know from Wicked or Rent or from Let It Go, Let It Go. J is for Julie, sweet silvery soprano, as bright as a bell and as pure as a piano. K is for Kristen, whose range stupefies in spite of her small, less than 5 foot tall size. L is for Leah, the voice of Mulan, who broke Broadway hearts as the first Miss Saigon. M's Mary Martin, whose vibrance and verve gave Peter his pluck and Maria her nerve. N's for Nell Carter, who had Broadway Raven when she crooned Fats Waller in Ain't Misbehavin'. O's the outstanding Miss Kelly O'Hara as Nellie, Francesca, Mrs. Anna, or Clara. P is for Patty, whose belt big and brassy made Eva so mighty and Reno so sassy. Q is for Broadway's unquestionable queen, a glamorous goddess on stage and on screen. She's brilliant and bold and has talent in meters. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernadette Peters! Yeah! R is for Rose, Broadway's maddest of mothers in show-stopping tunes by Miss Merman and others. Let's see, who do we have here? Ethel Merman, Angela Lansbury, Tyne Daly, Bernadette Peters, and Patti LuPone as Rose in Gypsy. Super cool. S is for Sutton, whose singing and tapping keeps spectators chanting and cheering and clapping. I love her so much. It's also for Sondheim, who wrote these plum parts for women with substance, with strength, and with smarts. Let's see, who do we have here? Joanna Gleason as the baker's wife, Into the Woods. Donna Murphy as Fosca Passion. Alexis Smith as Phyllis Rogers Stone in Follies. Glynis Johns as Desiree Armfeldt, A Little Night Music. And Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Lovett in Sweeney Todd. T is for Tanya, whose Titanic range includes Jelly's Last Jam and Caroline or Change, which is one of the most favorite shows that I've ever been in. U's for Miss Uggams, whose charm is contagious each time she busts out on the great White Way stages. Hey Liz, hey Maggie. V's for Victoria, whose voice operatic makes any score soar, whether light or dramatic. W's the wondrous Miss Lilias White, whose riffs, runs, and scants sound so wonderfully right. And this was Lilias White in Fela. Fela on Broadway. These divas are dynamos, as you should know them, but didn't fit anywhere else in this poem. So here are some extra exceptional names of exalted, exciting, and excellent dames. Woo, that's too many to read, but I'm sure you will see some of your favorites on there. You know who's last. If you don't, take a guess. Does anybody have a guess? The last letter is Z. Who is it? Anybody? Anybody? Of course. Z is for Liza with a Z, not an S. The end. And the very cool thing about this book is that it lists all the women in the back and gives like a little, 30-second biography about them. It's very cool. So that is... A is for Audra, and I'm going to stick that right here. All right. And the next book is based on the song by Bob Marley, Get Up, Stand Up. And it was adapted by Cedella Marley, who is Bob Marley's daughter. Bob Marley's daughter. Yay, somebody got it. Liza with a Z. All right, it was illustrated by John J. I cannot pronounce that. Cabway. We want to be a little fancy. Let's look at the cover. What do you think it's about? It says get up, stand up, and they're all raising their hands. I wonder what they're going to do. All right. When you meet someone talking big and thinking small, and their stinging words push your back against the wall. No matter the silly games that people play, you have hopes and dreams they can't take away. When their words bite, stand up for what's right. Get up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. Some people need to be the pond's biggest fish. They don't speak the truth and only want their greedy wish. Ooh, what's going on here? What is she doing? Does she look happy about that? Remember to be true to the best of yourself. Then you'll be a friend to everybody else. Don't just sit tight. Be a bright light. Get up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. Other people parade around with their noses stuck up in the air. They strut about all puffed up, only thinking for what they care. But if you know the value of what life is worth, you'll find your feet firmly planted on the earth. Love with all your might. Be true to what is right. Get up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. Be a good neighbor and cherish your sisters and brothers. Practice being kind to yourself and one another. What you give in goodwill shall be returned back to you. Share your truth and compassion. Together there's much we can do. So now we see the light. We're going to stand up for our rights. Get up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up, don't give up the fight. One love. Yeah. I love this series of books. They're all about Bob Marley songs. And they're specifically for children. And I love them. All right. There's one more. So it's about don't sit back. If you see somebody being bullied or not being treated right, you got to stand up. You got to do something. Okay? All right. Here is the last book. All right, so get out your singing fingers again. Two little blackbirds sitting on a hill, one named Jack and one named Jill. Fly away, Jack, and fly away, Jill, and come back, Jack, and come back, Jill. Two little blackbirds flying in the sky. One flew low and one flew high. Fly away low and fly away high and come back low and come back high. Two little blackbirds sitting on a pole. One was fast and one was slow. Kind of like me after I've eaten all the snacks. Fly away fast, fly away slow, come back fast and come back slow. Two little blackbirds sitting on a cloud. One was quiet and one was loud. Fly away quiet and fly away loud. Come back quiet and come back loud. We're talking about blackbirds. Guess what the next book I'm going to read is? You got it. Beautiful Blackbird. Woo woo. All right. Let's jump right into this one. How many of you have an autographed signed copy of this one? It's pretty amazing. Beautiful Blackbird by Ashley Bryan, the author and illustrator. It's very, very cool. Just a little history about this one. So Ashley Bryan's grandmother used to use a pair of scissors like this and showed him how to cut out little animals and characters and things like that. So he just took pieces of paper and he cut them out, and then he posted them together as a collage. So that's what you're seeing when you're looking at the artwork in this book. So let's jump right in. A long, long time ago, the birds of Africa were all colors of the rainbow, clean, clear colors from head to tail. Oh, so pretty, pretty, pretty. Back then, though, birds had no marks of black on their feathers. From the tops of their heads to the tips of their tails, no markings of black. Whether large or small, Blackbird was the only bird who had it all. One day, Ringdove called the birds to a festival in the forest. He asked them all to meet by the lake where he lived. Birds flew in from all over with a flip-flop flapping of your wings. If you're out there, flip-flop flap your wings. And a whirring stirring of the air. They flew down to the lake from everywhere. The birds' colors were mirrored in the waters. What were the birds' colors? What colors were they? What do you see? They were red, green, yellow, purple, orange, and blue, pink, and then black. Blackbird, Blackbird too. Ringdove called, "Coo-ca-roo, coo-ca-roo! I've a question to ask of you. Who of all is the most beautiful?" The colored birds never even raised a wing. They raised their beaks and began to sing. Blackbird stands out best of all. Blackbird is the most beautiful. His feathers gleam all colors in the sun. Blackbird is the most beautiful one. The birds circled Blackbird in a beak and wing dance, singing beak to beak, peck, 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 spread your wings, stretch your neck. Black is beautiful, Black is beautiful, That sounds like it would be a really good song. And do you know what? My husband, Eugene Russell, who is watching right now, hi, honey. My husband wrote that song. In fact, he wrote the songs for this entire book. And it's a CD. And if you ask your mom and dad, I bet you they would go on Amazon or iTunes or Spotify and buy the CD right now. All right, let's get back to the book. They broke out of the circle for the show claws slide. Tip-tap-toe to the left, spin around. Tip-tap-toe to the right, stroke the ground. Wings flip-flapping as you glide. Forward and backward in a show claws slide. When the birds were into their steps, Ringdove took Blackbird aside. "Oh, Blackbird, Blackbird, coo-ca-roo, coo-ca-roo. Would you color me black so that I can be black like you? My neck is plain, and that's a shame, 'cause Ringdove is my given name." Blackbird said, "Color on the outside is not what's on the inside. You don't act like me. You don't eat like me. You don't get down in the groove and move your feet like me. But come tomorrow to the sun-up dance. I'll brew some blackening in my medicine gourd. Then I'll swing a ring around your neck to go with your name." The next day, the birds gathered. Blackbird stirred the blackening brew in his medicine gourd. He stirred it round and round. Then he dipped his feather brush into the pot. With his free wing, he spun Ringdove around, holding his brush to Ringdove's neck. Ringdove said, "Coo-ca-roo, coo-ca-roo. See what a swinging ring of black can do." Blackbird bowed to the crowd as a chirping arose. "Ringdove's black is beautiful. Beak to beak, peck, peck, peck. He's just like Blackbird around the neck. Oh, Blackbird, can we have some of that blackening too? We all need what your black can do. You're such an artist with your feather brush. A touch of your black will be good for us. Blackbird said, tomorrow I'll mix the rest of my black roots in a larger medicine gourd. I'll give what I can give until it all gives out. The birds danced the sundown dance, then went to nest. All through the nights the birds dreamed of black. Can you go and get in your nest and go to sleep? Black markings on the head, tail, wing, front, or back. Oh, black is beautiful. Black, black, black. The birds rose at sunup and took to their wings. Oh, way up high, their colors fill the sky. Get out your wings again. With a flip-flop flapping of their wings and a stirring whirring of the air, they flew down to the lake from everywhere. Ringdove carried Blackbird's large gourd and set it down. Blackbird stirred with a stick in his wing and said, we'll see the difference a touch of black can make. Just remember, whatever I do, I'll be me and you'll be you. Blackbird tipped his feather brush into the pot and tapped out dots. Do you think you can tap out some dots? Oh, are you wondering what this is? This is a drum. What kind of drum? Do you know? It's a djembe. Everybody say djembe. Hold on. And what's this on top of the djembe? What's this? It's the top of it. Yes, it is the top of it. But what is it made out of? It's made out of the skin of an animal. Do you know what animal it is? Anybody? Meh, meh. No, it's not a sheep. That's my best goat impression. It's a goat. And look at that. This is all carved wood. And the inside, it's hollow, so it makes a nice sound. And this is a little tiny baby djembe, and we got it for my daughter when she was a little bitty. So this was her little baby djembe. So I carry it with me around whenever I do Blackbird story time. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Blackbird tipped his feather brush into the pot and tapped out dots. Can you tap out dots on your drum? Just pretend you have a drum in front of you. Some were large and some were small. Can you do small dots? Some were close together and some were far apart. It was a challenge to Blackbird's art. With strokes long and short, he painted stripes. Blackbird swept his brush stroke steady. He drew lines only when his brush was ready and full with the black brew. The paint in the gourd was getting low. Blackbird still had more to go before he had decorated the birds with black one and all. Save some for us, cried the small birds. We've been in line and we were on time. We won't step back till we get a touch of black too. Ringdove tipped the gourd. Blackbird slipped his brush way in. He brushed the rest of the birds with marks and arcs. He black tapped the last small bird of the flock. Then Blackbird sang, I've painted plenty, plenty, plenty. The gourd's now empty, empty, empty. The birds surrounded Blackbird and sang, our color sport a brand new look. A touch of black was all it took. Oh, beautiful black, Nice. Look at that. This is such a fun story, and I will also post where you can get that one. I don't know if you can see all these books lined up here, but I have a bookstore on Amazon, and I will post the bookstore link in the comments so you can pick up some of these cool books. You can also pick up the CD to go with the beautiful Blackbird book. So it has a book, and then there's the CD because we did a story for the very young, a theater for the very young performance of Beautiful Blackbird at the Alliance a couple of years ago. So it's a really cool experience for our family. So we would love to share that with your family. So get out your singing fingers. There we go. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. You're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend. Friends, friends, 1, 2, 3. All my friends are here with me. Thank you so much for having me into your home for this story time. It's always so emotional because I just want to be in person with everybody and hugging people and doing story time for actual human beings. But I'm happy to be able to join you in your home. Have a great spring break and take care.